I'm sure you are as excited as I am. The meeting will be blocked for 2 hours and you are expected to stay for the entire duration. Before we start the meeting, I want to highlight some key points. Your video should be on and the audio should be off. The audio should be on only when you are called to speak or need to speak. Regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International does not put any restrictions on speaking on these topics, at the Gabbys Toastmaster Club, we request all speakers and role takers to be mindful and responsible on these sensitive topics. As a club, we are committed to practicing diversity and inclusion in both letter and spirit to ensure that there are no sexist, racist, or any such undertones that create hostility and discomfort for members or guests. Given today's occasion, let me now call upon the installation officer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Meeta M. Shah. Meeta M. Shah is a teacher by passion and profession with a focus on building a strong foundation through early childhood education for children. With a round of applause, please welcome our installation officer for today's Toastmaster Meeta M. Shah.
Happy morning to one and all.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Where are you all?
Happy morning, ma'am.
Happy morning.
Yes, I hope everyone will be on camera. So it will be like visible for everyone. Happy morning, afternoon or evening, because they are from different zone. People are from different zone. To everyone, it is my privilege and honor to serve as the installation officer for today's ceremony. Today marks a significant moment for the Gabbys Toastmasters Club as we officially install a new club executive committee for the term January to June 2025. I am a Toastmaster Meeta M. Shah, and as the installation officer, I am here to install the officers of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, Area B1, District 92, and to prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead. Their collective challenge is to make this club strong, dedicated to helping people from all walks of life to speak in an effective manner, listen with sensitivity, and think creatively. I will ask each officer to hold the gavel as a symbol of leadership as I briefly describe the challenges they must meet and the responsibilities they must fulfill. Toastmasters International is built on values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence. And it is these values that guides our leaders as they take on new responsibilities. Before we welcome the new leaders, let us first take a moment to thank the outgoing officers who have served this club with dedication and excellence. Let us give them a big round of applause to the members of the club executive committee for the period July 2024 to December 2024. President, Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. The Vice President Education, Mukund Joshi. Vice President Membership, Paduka Kannan. Vice President Public Relations, Distinguished Toastmaster Saurav Datta. Secretary Lakshmi Sujata. Sergeant at Arms Mohan Rao. I just request the previous committee, please just stand and just we will withdraw from the thing duties. So I request. Okay, fine. Spotlight for those people.
People who are online.
Can't see Paduka on camera. He'll step behind his spotlight.
Okay. Dear officers, thank you for your excellent service and leadership. You have successfully led the Gabbys Toastmasters Club to achieve 5+ DCP points and also helped us win the Smedley Global Membership Award. During this period, you have added 14 new members to the club, helped the club win 4 education awards, including 1 Distinguished Toastmaster Award. The club continued to shine in the contest space as well, with our members making podium finish in both table topics and evaluation contest at the area level and qualifying to represent the area at the division contests. Thank you for your hard work, commitment, and exemplary servant leadership in the last 6 months. Your contributions will always be valued as part of this club's growth. You are now discharged from all further responsibilities as officers of the Gabbys. Now, I call up. Thank you. Let's give a huge round of applause to our committee members who has done so much hard work. Now, I call upon the incoming officers of the Gabbys to step forward and stand to the right of the lectern. As I introduce each role, I will pass the gavel, a symbol of leadership, as a reminder of the responsibilities to you now undertake. If you are joining online, you will take the oath of office by raising your right hand instead of holding the gavel. Now, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Sudhir Gaur. Toastmaster Sudhir. Yes. Toastmaster Sudhir. As the Sergeant at Arms, you will keep track of the club's physical property, such as the banner, lectern, timing device, and other meeting materials. You will arrive early to prepare the meeting place for members and stay late to store all of the club's equipment. You are also in charge of the meeting place itself, obtaining a new space when necessary, and maintaining contact with the people who allow you to use the space for your club meetings. Toastmaster Sudhi, on behalf of Distinguished Toastmaster Saurav Datta, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yeah, on behalf of Toastmaster Sudhir Gaur, I, PDM Saurav Datta, as the president-elect, I declare that I will put forth to the best.
Thank you. Secretary and Treasurer, Toastmaster Mohan Rao. Toastmaster Mohan Rao, as a club secretary, your role is to maintain all club records, manage club files, handle club correspondence, and take the minutes at each club and executive committee meeting. You are also in charge of updating and distributing a roster of the current paid membership and keeping the club officer list current for Toastmasters International. As the club treasurer, you are the club's accountant. You manage the club's bank account, writing checks as approval by the club executive committee and depositing membership dues, payments, and other club revenues. You are also in charge of submitting membership dues, payments to World Health Quarters, accompanied by the names of renewing members, filing necessary tax documents, and keeping timely, accurate, up-to-date financial records for the club. Toastmaster Mohan, will you perform these duties with utmost diligence to the best of your abilities?
Yes, Mita.
Vice President Public Relations, Toastmaster Ankur Vishwakarma. Toastmaster Ankur, as the Vice President Public Relations of the club, your role is to promote the club within the community and maintain its positive image. You promote the club to the local community and notify the media about the club's existence and the benefits it provides. You promote the club, update web content, and safeguard the Toastmasters brand identity. It is your job to notify the media whenever your club does something newsworthy. As Vice President Public Relations, you will find yourself writing news releases, creating and distributing flyers, and maintaining the club's presence on the web and in the community. Toastmaster Ankur, will you take on this responsibility with dedication and to the best of your abilities?
Yes, it's all.
Yes, I will. Vice President Membership, Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel, as a Vice President membership, you will focus on growing our club and making guests feel welcome. You promote the club and manage the process of bringing in guests and transforming them into members. By initiating contact with guests, helping them feel welcome and providing them with the information they need to join. You help maintain a constant influx of new people into your club. You also attentively monitor membership levels and strategies with the rest of the executive committee about how to overcome membership challenges when they occur. Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy, do you commit to this responsibility to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I do.
Vice President Education, Toastmaster Shilpa Reddy. Toastmaster Shilpa Reddy, your role as Vice President Education is to support members in their educational goals, schedule speeches, and ensure a vibrant learning environment. As Vice President Education, you schedule member speeches, verify the completion of projects, and serve as a resource for questions about the education program, speech contests, and your club mentor program. You are an important source of Toastmasters knowledge for club members, and it is your job to become familiar with all aspects of Toastmasters education program. Toastmaster Shilpa Reddy, will you fulfill this role responsibly and to the best of your abilities?
I do. Thank you.
President, Distinguished Toastmaster Saurav Datta. Distinguished Toastmaster Saurav Datta. Distinguished Toastmaster Saurav Datta. As the president of the Gabbys, you are now the chief executive officer of this club. You are entrusted with the leadership of its members, ensuring their growth and the progress in their Toastmasters journey. You are expected to preside at all club meetings and at all regular and special meetings of your executive committee. It is your challenge to see that this club enables its members to achieve their educational goals. It is also your challenge to see that your club helps the area, division, district, and Toastmasters International to meet their goals. Please accept the gavel as a symbol of your leadership and dedication to the office. The gavel is a symbol of the power and authority given to you by the membership of this club. Use it wisely and with restraint. You are a member of your team as well as a leader. A team is more than a collection of people. It is an emotional force rooted in the feelings, thoughts, and actions of all members with the common goal of achievement, sharing, and mutual support. Work with your team members to create a healthy, dynamic club, a club of which everyone is proud. Distinguished Toastmaster Saurav Datta, will you, as a club president, accept this challenge and perform your duties to the best of your abilities? As the installation officer, it is now my pleasure to declare these Toastmasters installed into the offices of to which they have been elected. Now, may I request all the members of the Gabbys to please stand. Only members. If you are joining us online, I would request you to switch on your camera and raise your right hand. All the members of the Gabbys, please. Please come on the camera. Renu Kaushal, just stand, because we all are members, has to raise. Dear Toastmaster of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, the growth and development of the Toastmasters program in the Gabbys depends largely upon the actions of this group. On your honor, as members of Toastmasters, do you pledge to individually and collectively stand by this club, live it with it, and work with it throughout the coming year?
I do.
I would now request the newly installed club president, distinguished Toastmaster Saurav Datta, and immediate past president, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel, to please join me at the lectern. Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel, as immediate past club president of the Gabbys, request you to hand over the gavel to distinguished Toastmaster Saurav Datta. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would now request the newly installed club president, distinguished Toastmaster Saurav Datta, to give his president's address and preside over this meeting from here on.
Thank you. I don't know. Oh, this is the first, this is the second time, third time, fourth time, definitely not a second or third or fourth time. It will be more than that. What is the nth number that I'm standing here as the club president? I've been a club president of the Gabbys and of other clubs as well. Taken the this particular stage. But still today, I've come all decked up, wearing my suit. I've even got my DTM pin. You would have probably not seen me wearing any pins till now, right? This is the first time I'm wearing a pin. I have got 11 pathways pin at the risk of bragging. If I start putting all of it up, I'll look like a well-decorated army officer. So but today I'm wearing this and I'm all decked up for what reason? Why do you think it is so important for me? Or is it important for me?
Yes.
Gabbys is special.
Commitment, Gabbys is special. You know, this place, where I stand, it looks like just another role or another title. But I have seen this place transform lives. There are people who have walked into this club totally unsure about what they want to do in life. And they have walked out to become leaders, they have walked out to become speakers. There are people who have walked in with clinical challenges in terms of speaking, sometimes with stammering, sometimes acute stage fright, glossophobia, which is clinical in nature, not the psychological, just a momentary fear, but it's about something that's deep rooted in them. I have seen people coming here and share their stories of darkness, of despair, things that they probably didn't even share with their family members. They have come here and they have shared with us. And every time it happened, it actually gave me goosebumps that we have created a space where people feel so safe to come and try out and experiment and fail and fall and frail and still come back every day or every week, and now maybe multiple times every week, to ensure that they're again still trying and they're not giving up. But that's one part of it. What this position does is it gives me an ability or power to empower a group of wonderful individuals who are driving this from the front. There are people who are investing on themselves and they're getting the returns of it. That's good. But what's absolutely fabulous here is people who are investing on others to make them a better version of themselves. I don't know if Sudharma is there in the meeting today. I don't see her. Sudharma recently completed the rostering, which is setting up, in one meeting, we have got 8 role takers at a minimum. In Gabbys, we have actually more than 10 because we have got this role and that role and multiple speakers, multiple evaluators. This lady has set up this meeting roster, not for one club, but for 3 clubs for the last 1 year. And she recently completed 150 meeting rosters. 150 meeting rosters. That is 1,500 people standing here and doing stuff that they want to do to become a better version of. For that, sometimes she had to run behind people, plead them, cajole them, coax them, threaten them, beg them, sometimes even borrow them from other clubs to make the meetings happen. She is not an Indian, by the way. She is from Sri Lanka. So in all this geopolitics that we are seeing around us, there is a lady in Sri Lanka who's working day and night to empower her fellow Toastmasters, most of whom are based out of India. So when we talk of Vasudevam Kutumbakam, one world, one family, what better example can there be?
Let me take another example. Toastmasters Shruti Mohanty. I don't know if she's there. Yes, she is there. Shruti, if you can come on camera, I don't know if it's possible. It's what I think
Midnight.
midnight there. Shruti is still sitting here and attending this meeting. She has recently taken over the responsibility of being the president of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. She is in US. And she works through the day and she ensures that she is connecting with the team members in India, prospective members. She is the vice president membership of one of the clubs. This entire membership team is led by this wonderful lady sitting here, Toastmaster Meeta Shah, who was our installation officer. Typically, we have the area directors as installation officers. Then why did we choose Toastmaster Meeta Shah to be our installation officer? Because there is no one more deserving than her. As simple as that. If today the Gabbys stands at 75 plus members after a renewal, that is not the combined strength of the rest of the clubs in the entire division almost. If you leave out 3-4 clubs, the entire combined strength of the rest of the clubs in the area is not 75. If you take out Gabbys, the entire division membership will reduce to 1/3. That is the power, and this one lady is ensuring that. So if she doesn't make us officers, who should? We believe that everyone standing here should earn this place, and she earned this place. And the same holds true for every single officers. And that's why when I stand here as the club president, I ensure that I look my part, I do my part, I walk my part, and I talk my part with that seriousness which my officers do their duties. If I come in a casual t-shirt, a round neck t-shirt, and a ripped jeans and a sneakers, then that casual attitude will be there with the club for the rest of the year, with the officers for the rest of the term. And that's not something that my officers allow me to do. I don't have a choice. They put the pressure on me. See, this is the example we are setting. Can you as a leader stand up to our level? And that's what the challenge I'm exposing myself every 6 months in different roles. I have been in various corporate leadership roles, in very large companies, very large corporates. But there, that leadership used to come from my Outlook email address. If I would share my name with someone, they would quickly go to Outlook and check how many people report to me. If there are 10 people reporting it to me, I am 10x important. If there are 50 people reporting to me, I am 50x important. If I'm a director, I am this much important. If I'm a VP, I am this much important. And that's how my importance. Here, it's not like that. Here, we are leaders because we choose to serve people, and people look up to us because we believe that we can serve them well. So that is the entire understanding of Toastmasters leadership. That is how we look at Toastmasters leadership. That is how we grow as Toastmaster leaders. So when you get an opportunity tomorrow to stand here, don't say, let me think. Say, bring it on. Because nowhere you will get an opportunity to serve people without the fear of failure. So give it on. Give it your best try. Bring it on. Thank you, all the officers who have taken up these roles. Thank you, all the members who have entrusted us. We will not fail you. You know that. That's a given. We are already a distinguished club. We will go on to become a president in distinguished club as well. There's not even an iota of doubt even in the minds of those who doubt us. So therefore, there is nothing much to achieve in terms of numbers. That will anyways happen. We are the Gabbys. But let's strive for excellence. The international speech contest is coming up. Every year since the Gabbys has come into existence, we have represented the division at the district level. This year will be no exception, I'm pretty sure, in all the contests. So let's work towards that. Let's build, bring more honors to the club, to the area, to the division, because we, the Gabbys, are the flag bearers of this division and probably this district in the broader international Toastmasters international fraternity. We have a lot on our shoulders. Thank you. With this, I would now, a lot of heavy talks, so please have a seat. So let us now lighten the mood a little bit. This is a very ceremonial occasion, but we thought this is also a good occasion for us to introduce a new role in the Gabbys. Many of you will not see this role in other Toastmaster meeting because this is a very difficult role. This role is that of a joke master. We had this role previously, and we were doing well until I took the joke master role, and that was a disaster. After that, the club passed an unanimous resolution never to have a role, that role again. And even if they do, then never to have me in that role ever again. So we did not make that mistake. This time we have chosen someone who's worse than me. So if I was bad, wait till you see this man in action. He is the master of PJs, but his PJs are so bad that they make you laugh. So please welcome our stand-up comedian, the resident joke master of the Gabbys, Mr. Karthik Venugopal. Toastmaster Karthik.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, DTM Saurav. Yeah, just a second. So today I'm going to speak on a topic called judgmental society. Okay, how many of you feel that the society is very judgmental? Great, great, great. And I have felt that society has been very rude towards me, always being judgmental on me. So recently I was having a conversation on a lunch table in my office, and I asked one of my colleagues, what are your weekend plans? He said, I will stay horizontal whole of my weekend. Horizontal. Then I immediately asked him, what is wrong being vertical? Then people started laughing at me. Then I asked, what exactly do you mean by horizontal? They said horizontal means he wants to sleep whole of the weekend. Then why can't he say, I want to sleep just? Why he has to take out the high profile English words? Now what if I say, I'm not so capable of being palpable on your palates? Does it mean anything? No. So I was being judged by the society of not having a good vocabulary. And people always judge me on my jokes. They say, Karthik, please maintain the decorum. But I always ask them, if you closely observe the word decorum, decorum also has rum in it. How can you expect me to maintain the decorum? Then recently there was a quiz competition in my office, and the quiz master asked me one question. There is a corner house ice cream shop in Bangalore. How many of you know it? He asked me why it is called as corner house. I told him it's because it's in corner. But people started laughing at me, and it was a fact. So this is how the society has been so judgmental on me. And also society has always tagged a label on me, loser. Yeah, loser. So one day I went to a temple by parking my shoes outside the temple. And when I came back after worshipping God, I was happy to see my shoes there, not being stolen. But when I went closer to my shoes, I saw my shoes lace were stolen. I went to security guard and asked, who stole my shoelace? He was, what? I would have been happier if somebody stole your shoes. You are such a loser. Then one day, what happened? These were the serious scenarios happened with me. One day I dried my clothes on a rope on a terrace. And after a few hours, I went back and I saw all my clothes were lying horizontal on the rope. And I was very happy, but there was one thing missing. Handkerchief. Somebody stole my handkerchief. I went to my mom and asked, my mom, my handkerchief is lost. My mom asked, you are such a loser. You lost handkerchief. So these were the scenarios wherein I was tagged as a loser. But one day I decided to remove this tag of a loser. So I started thinking on how to bring Sunita Williams back to Earth from space. Yeah, because she's stuck in the space. Then I realized that I'm a loser, guys. So I just entered space on my mobile. Tak, 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 tak. But then I again So 5 years back, I was called a great loser because I weighed around 95 kgs. Yeah, I was called as obese person, a loser person. But then I started working out. I started working out so hard that I gained 10 more kgs. I became 105 kgs. Because no matter what, guys, I am still tagged as a loser by the society. But then later, I recently had, and this loser tag has also implications on my professional life. Yes. So recently I had appraisal talk with my manager. He said, Karthik, though you have worked hard, I'm not giving you the higher percentage, I'll just give you 5%. I asked why? I worked hard. He said, because you are not a Modi supporter. Yeah. Then I asked him, how can I be a Modi supporter? I'm a loser, guy. I cannot, and a loser will always support a loser. It's Rahul Gandhi. Sorry, it's an SRP undertone. Sorry, my dear President and Sergeant at Arms. But I thought that people don't just judge me with the way I talk. I thought there is something written on my forehead. So they see it and just start judging me. So I thought of seeing where this tag is written on my tag of loser is, whether the tag of loser is written on my forehead. But it's not visible to me. I think it's visible to all of you. So I started plucking the layer of my foreheads to see if there is a tag. But there is no tag, guys. There was no loser tag written on my forehead. There was one tag written on my forehead was Aayega to Modi hi. Yes. So that you can see the BJP strategy. They didn't even spare my forehead for their advertisement. So that's my time, guys. Give me honest feedback after the meeting gets over. Thank you, and give back to President. Big round of applause, guys.
A big round of applause because finally it's over. I know this was torture, and I promise you we will put you through this torture every week. So, as I said, I'm promising I will be putting you through this torture every single week from now on, because this is the place where we will make more jokes to become better comedians. Because here, people will only laugh at you or laugh on your jokes. They have got only two options. They can't throw tomatoes at you. They can't throw eggs at you, because we don't allow those stuff inside. Makhanas, yes. So that's it. With this, I would now hand over the stage back to our presiding officer, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. Quick introduction of distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. DTM Nancy Goel has the distinction of completing the fastest path in Toastmasters District 92. She has completed one full path in 21 days. She's a distinguished Toastmaster, an entrepreneur, a data analyst, and she's a paid parent. She also is an aspiring singer. She sings as well as her quality of singing is at the same level of Karthik's humor. So, both are equally good. So with this, I would hand over the stage to distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel.
Please, next time, don't allow this gentleman to introduce me. Every time he mess. All right. Back to me being presiding officer for next 2 more weeks. Bear with me. I welcome you all to the meeting number 208 of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. I know we didn't get a chance. We didn't give a chance to the guests to introduce themselves. Let's first start with the guest introduction. We have got so many guests in the room today and online as well. We'll first start with online guests. Yes. I see Ankur Rana. Ankur, a quick 30-second introduction if you're there.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, hi. Hi everyone, my name is Anku. I am based out of Sydney and this is my first session ever. So I come very blank with my expectations and I'm very open to whatever everyone has to share. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining the meeting, Anku. Today we have got a special meeting. You have seen the special part. Rest would be the same format meeting we are going to have next. All right, let's hear it from Nisha. Nisha, quick 30-second introduction.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Nisha Sibi. I'm from Kerala. I'm part of Technopark Toastmasters, and I've joined this meeting previously. So I was intrigued by today's agenda, and I thought I will come today. Thank you so much for.
I'm glad to see you alive after the Joke Master jokes. Thank you for joining the meeting. I also see Uma Natraj.
Yeah, thank you, Nancy. I'm also a regular visitor to Gabbys Club. I attend whenever possible, and it's always a pleasure attending Gabbys meeting and getting a lot of takeaways. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us once again. Toastmaster Kumar Tarachand, again a regular visitor to the Gabbys meetings. Sir, would you like to quickly introduce yourself? All right, I'll take silence as maybe later. Anyone else? Who am I missing in the meeting, online meeting? Noor, I'll not call you a guest. You are a family for sure.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible now, sir.
Okay. TM Kumar,
Yes.
Team Mahindra Kumar, TDM. I'm from District 102.
Right. Thank
the
you so
Kurban
much.
Toastmasters Club. I've been a chartered member since '89.
Wow. Wow. That's how many years?
And to add to it, I had 100% attendance ever since, except for this year.
That calls for an applause. Wow.
I am now bedridden or bed bound, and I could hardly move for almost a year. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining our meetings always and inspiring us. So thank you so much once again for joining the meeting. Do we have any more guests in the online room? All right, I'll move on to the offline people. We'll start with you. Okay, Saroj has a mic. Saroj, finally we have you in person.
Yeah. Thank you, Nancy. Hello, everyone. This is Saroj. So I am attending this Toastmaster meeting first time here in person. I have attended a couple of online meetings and I am really glad to meeting all of you in person. So I joined the Toastmaster, thinking that I want to be a great speaker. I want to speak effectively and with a great content. So about myself, I will say I have a 10 years corporate experience. Now I am on a parental break. I am raising my 5.5-year kid. So this is about me. Basically, I'm from Mumbai, but settled in Telangana post-marriage. Now we are here for my husband's startup. So I'm a Bangalorean for 2 years now. So yeah,
thank you so much, Saroj, for joining us.
Yeah.
Next, can I have Shatabdi? Can I get the mic? A quick 30-second introduction.
Hi, I'm Shatabdi. I'm based out of Bangalore. And I came over here to have to get a training because I also get very anxious while public speaking and in front of everyone. So by profession, I'm a creative producer and I'm into advertising and digital marketing industry. So yeah, that is it. Glad to see everyone over here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Sunaina. Here? Yes. Anywhere.
I'll just hold it.
Yes.
Hi, everybody. My name is Sunaina. This is my first time ever in Toastmaster. I have been with I'm with Shatabdi. She told me we'll have to visit here. So I am a bit awkward speaking. I am an animator currently in a break.
Okay.
So just
accidental guest you are.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you decided to join on Saturday morning. Thank you so much. May I request you to give a 30-second introduction?
Hello, everybody. My name is Rahul. I have been a part of Toastmasters like a couple of years ago, but that was all online. And the presence of offline is really is different though. Like it's wonderful, and it was wonderful like being a part of the club, and I'm looking forward for more. Basically.
Thank you so much. I'm sure you get to see the trophies in person better. All trophies flexed by DTM Saurav. Next, may I request you to come forward? A quick 30-second introduction.
Hi everyone, I'm Akash. So I'm from Karnataka and I've grown up in a lot of different places, the latest one being Jammu. I work with Ankur at DevRev and he introduced me to Toastmasters. And yeah, like looking forward to a new journey in my life. Yeah.
Amazing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my dear fellow Toastmasters, these are the guests that we have in the meeting. I hope all of you have a wonderful experience ahead. Let's take the meeting forward. Before I talk about the meeting and the Toastmaster of the day, I would like to reiterate a little bit about Toastmasters, though it has been beautifully captured by distinguished Toastmaster Saurav, that it's a journey of servant leadership when you are an officer, but at the same time, it's a platform where you come forward, get rid of your glossophobia, your fear of public speaking. Many of you who were mentioning that this is something that's where you need a nudge. Toastmasters is the platform. And at Gabbys, you get mentors, you get people who support you, who push you, who nudge you, who ensure that you take the next step that's required for your growth. That's about Toastmasters. Now it's time to understand what this meeting is all about. Today's meeting, we have got a very beautiful theme. I really love the part that it says 1%. Now, 1% of what? Being a data person myself, I was totally confused that it's an incomplete data. 1% of what? Where are the legends? What are the colors in the graph look like? All those things I was wondering. Then I thought, okay, let's take a break, Nancy. Just be the presiding officer and introduce the Toastmaster of the day. So here I go. Our Toastmaster of the day today is Toastmaster Abhishek Kumar. Toastmaster Abhishek Kumar himself is a data person, as I was reading. He's an accomplished data scientist with over 7 years of professional experience. He hails from Jharkhand. He possesses a deep cultural heritage and a keen interest in the stock market. That's why the 1%. Abhishek is dedicated to refining his communication and leadership skills through his engagement with Toastmasters. Well, when I first connected with this person, I knew that this is going to be an extremely dedicated Toastmaster we might have. And here you go. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Abhishek Kumar.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy. So let me share my screen. Can you please give me sharing access?
Yes, it's there.
Thank you. Yes. So what does 1% mean? So let me start with theme, the reason behind putting this topic. So I would like to highlight the importance of 1%. It doesn't matter whether it's very small or it's very large. And when it's very small, we tend to ignore it. For example, let's say if I'm planning to buy an item worth 10,000 rupee, and if someone charging me 100 rupees more, only 100 rupees, I wouldn't mind because it's only 100 rupees. It's a small amount. So this is one example. Okay. So when you hear 1%, I would like to know what comes in your mind, given that I have introduced the theme. Any your view?
Maybe
In life.
Droplets of water. 1% of water
If you keep on adding, it becomes a bucket of water.
Throughout our life, we don't use even our 1% of brain.
It reminds me of how my manager used to tell me that you got only what 1% hike. I also got only 1%, but what he didn't tell was that his base was much larger than mine. So I think the disparity comes to my mind.
Great. Anyone? Can anyone other? Can
On,
anyone?
on a lighter note, it reminds me of the increment I get every year.
Yeah, there are many such examples. Okay. So let's say one example, if someone say, can we afford to ignore 1% of 1 crore rupees? Is there anyone ultra rich here who can afford 1% of 1 crore? I would like to know it.
Sorrow.
Or let's say another extreme example, 1% of 100 rupees. We can ignore easily, right? Oh, okay. Is there anyone can't ignore 1% of 100 rupees?
No, Mohammed.
I cannot ignore 1 rupee also. People have to pay me. 1 रुपया भी important है.
Okay. Okay, got to know. There are many persons who value 1% this much. Okay. So now before going further, so for the benefit of the guest, the whole meeting will be divided into 3 parts. So for today's, it will be divided into 2 parts. First part will be the speech session where the prepared speeches will be given by the 2 speakers. And then there will be no table topic session today. Okay. And one of the most important part of the meeting is evaluation, where the speaker will be evaluated by the respective assigned evaluators, and the whole meeting will be evaluated by our general evaluator. So yeah, before introducing the general evaluator, so she is a passionate speaker, happy at heart, mom at home, and entrepreneur by choice. She is none other than distinguished Toastmaster Aparna Raja. I would like to welcome her.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Abhishek. It's a quick reminder to everyone. Why do we need evaluation? Our learnings are only as good as our meetings. Our learnings are only as good as our meetings, which means the quality of our meetings are directly proportional to the amount of learning that's going to happen in this room every week. And in order to ensure that this learning is happening to the best of our abilities and the context is set right, we have the evaluation segment, whereas the general evaluator, me and my team will be evaluating very closely all the different aspects of this meeting, how well every role taker is performing, what can they work on, what can continue as is, and generally the audience and everything about this setting will be closely monitored, and we'll be making a report out of it, which will be presented towards the end of the meeting in the general evaluation segment. Now, this is a Herculean task, and I can't do it on my own. So I have a team with me, which I will be introducing to you all very quickly. The team consists of a timer, an R counter, a grammarian, and a listener. Now, let me introduce each role and the role taker for today as we go ahead. So the timer for today is Toastmaster Ankur Wishwakarma. Toastmaster Ankur is a passionate software engineer who combines his love for technology with a thirst for knowledge. He loves to explore new places, to read and grow. Clearly, that's why he's here. His true calling is, however, animal welfare. He dedicates his success to improving the lives of animals and is committed to driving lasting change. Now, that is a noble thought. With that, I call upon Toastmaster Ankur to share the role that he's playing today with us. Over to you, Toastmaster Ankur. Do share your guidelines.
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As timer, I will time the table topic speeches, formal speeches, and the evaluations. Given we today just have formal speeches and evaluations, I will let you go through the rules of those. I will alert each speaker of the time they have left. using the green, yellow, and red cards, which denote specific times remaining. Today, both the speeches are icebreaker speeches, which should be of 4 to 6 minutes of length. At 4 minutes, I will raise a green card. At 5 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the red card. Each speaker today will have a grace period of 30 seconds. Moving towards the evaluation section. The individual evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I'll raise the red card. Again, the grace period would be 30 seconds. Thank you, General Evaluator. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ankur, for very clearly stating the timing guidelines. Just a point to note there, the 30 seconds grace period is on either side of the time limit. That is, you can be 30 seconds short of 4 minutes or 30 seconds after 6 minutes. You would qualify for the voting today. Thank you very much, Ankur, for clearly stating that. With that, we move on to the next role taker of my team. That would be our R counter for the day. Toastmaster Prasad Gumare. Toastmaster Prasad is pursuing his undergraduation degree in BTech at AIML from Sandeep University, Nasik, and is currently in his 3rd year. He's passionate about computers, astronomy, physics, programming, and so much more, and currently is making his own UAV. Wow, that's interesting. Over to you, Toastmaster Prasad. Do share your R counters guidelines with us today.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good morning to all fellow Toastmaster and guests present here in both online and offline mode. The purpose of our counter is to listen and make note of unnecessary words, sounds used by all the speakers and role players of today's meeting. This report will focus on the 5 major areas. First is filler words such as and an incorporated interjection for the instances and, well, but, so, and you know. And the third is the use of the crutch words similar to basically, actually, and this thing, etc. And the repetitive words or phrases in the form of I, or this means, or this means. The unintentional, long, or short pauses made by the speakers. I will present the rest of my report when called for by the general evaluator during the general evaluation session. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Prasad. With that, we move on to the Grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Arsheen K. She's working as a Salesforce product manager, loves to read and write poetry, and that is all is her introduction. But there is so much more to her, and I can't think of a better person to be our grammarian for the day. With that, over to Toastmaster Arsheen. Do share your roles guidelines with us.
Thank you, GE-Aparna. So I'm taking a new different hat. I think this is my first TAGL role in Gabbys. I played a lot of TAGL roles outside, but it's an interesting homecoming. So today I'm going to pay very close attention to the kind of words, phrases, and grammar that everyone is going to use. I'll first introduce the word of the day today. I tried to use something which was not very difficult, but at the same time, it was a new word to all of us. And Karthik keeps nagging me that I use words that are not comprehensible by human beings. So then I should use a word which is slightly more easy. The word is quite luxury. I repeat, quite luxury. The meaning of the word is, as consumers move away from displays of wealth, quite luxury describes understated high quality products and experiences. This trend emphasizes craftsmanship, timelessness, and the subtle elegance of over flashy logos. A usage example could be, in 2025, I will move towards quite luxury handbags. I also might move towards vintage and thrifted bags that remind me of an era long gone. So along with this, whenever someone uses the word of the day, which I encourage each and everyone who takes the stage to use, we'll give a small thumbs up in front of everyone so that they're encouraged to use the word of the day more. I repeat, the word of the day is quite luxury. So whenever, okay, this was a test where all of you failed. You have to raise your hand like this and give the other person encouragement when someone uses the word of the day. Whenever someone uses the word of the day, I'm going to note that and other grammatical usages, and I'm going to present my word of the day report and the grammatical usage report when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you, and over to you, GE-Aparna.
Thank you very much, Arsheen. Arsheen, just a quick clarification. So quite luxury is one word or two words?
It's
Hyphenate.
differentiated by a hyphen. Yeah, hyphenated.
Okay, hyphenated word. Got that. Thank you very much. Request you to put it in the chat box so that we can keep an eye on it. And interesting choice of word for today. With that, we are moving on to the last member of my arsenal. That would be the listener for today, Toastmaster Nandan. Toastmaster Nandan, is your name Mohit by any chance? Because I have the introduction of someone called Mohit here. Would
No,
that be?
sorry, I'm not sure.
Are you a finance and corporate operations manager?
No.
Okay, that's not you. So we have the wrong introduction. But here is the thing. This man needs no introduction because he's that cool and he's that omnipresent when it comes to our Gabbys meetings, always present and always very diligent, quietly. He's that quiet luxury kind of a person who is there on the back lines and the sidelines, doing his job so quietly, ensuring our meetings and our contests go along really well. So over to listener for the day, Toastmaster Nandan.
Thanks, Aparna. Thanks for all the good introduction that you gave me. So, good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'll be the listener for the day, and I don't know how many times I have played this role, but I love playing it because there is no formal work that I'll have to do, right? Just listen to people during the meeting time. So I'll be listening closely to say everything that is being said during the meeting, and during the end of the meeting, what I'll do is I'll draft short questions and test your listening capabilities. Thank you, Aparna. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Now, listening is a big job, not very easy. He just makes it sound easy. With that, that would be my team and myself. We will be back with our comprehensive report towards the end of this meeting when called upon by the Toastmaster of the day towards the evaluation segment. With that, we will see you again soon. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Now we will start with the first speech. Yeah, so first speaker he is a lively student from Indonesia, currently pursuing MBA in Bangalore, a recent US CMA. He enjoys singing, playing instruments, and scuba diving. As the president of Indonesian Student Association in India, he cherishes the cultural exchanges and the community spirit. Evaluator of this speaker is Sanjay Jain. Can please Toastmaster Sanjay Jain confirm his presence?
Yeah, I'm there, Abhishek.
Okay. So here goes the project details information. Path is presentation mastery. Level 1, project number 1. Project name is Icebreaker Speech. And objective of this project is to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Timer, please note, the speech duration is 4 to 6 minutes. A speech title is Dive to Discover. Rishi Rabindranath, Dive to Discover, Rishi Rabindranath. A stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Morning, everyone. Has anybody here ever gone scuba diving before? Okay, we got one person here. For the rest of you who's never experienced scuba diving before, I must say that the experience of scuba diving is super. And it is definitely one of the most beautiful experiences you will ever experience in your entire life. Did you know that the ocean covers 70% of the Earth's surface and over 80% of the world's ocean is still left uncovered? To top that off, about 2 million species is estimated by scientists that still has not been discovered yet. Well, isn't that interesting? Don't you want to be a part of exploring the unexplored? Well, based on my experience of scuba diving, I can say that it is magically mesmerizing. You get a sense of awe and wonder, peace, adventure, connection to the nature. And one of the main goals of going scuba diving is that you want to experience the beauty. And in order to do so, you want to be sure that you have the right equipments and being physically and mentally prepared. The analogy of scuba diving and its relation to life brings me back in time. Just in the last few months of me about to graduate my senior high school back in Indonesia, I found myself not knowing what to do in life, pressurized by the background of the educational backgrounds of the people around me. My thoughts of my vision forward was blurry and dark. The only part that is not dark is the thought of being rich. Yes, you heard me right. I wanted to be rich just like everyone's hidden desire. Apart from my love for music and my passion for it, the thought of pursuing higher education got me thinking of the possibility of being able to get into university, meeting the right group of people who is musically talented, and eventually making a band and getting into one. And maybe becoming famous someday. Yep, just like the fairy tales. Don't you guys ever think about it? Being the next superstar, being really famous, imagining yourself being the next Bon Jovi, or perhaps being the next Axl Rose. So I decided to dive in deeper by deciding to study in India in pursuance of my undergrad. Over the past 5 years, I can say that my experiences have shaped me in ways that mirror the deep lessons one learns while diving. Upon finishing my undergraduate degree, I was very much carried away by the feeling of having accomplished enough and for the hard work that I had put in, that I started forgetting that there's so many more people out there who's done more, worked harder, and accomplished more. Thankfully, I realized this right when my oxygen capacity was still at 80%. And therefore, I know for sure that I still have time to fight against the clock. And finishing my undergraduate degree wasn't just the end, but then it's definitely the very beginning of my new adventure in diving. It inspires me into learning deeper by pursuing MBA and doing my certification of being a certified management accountant. And for 3 years, from 2019 to 2022, I was unable to go back home to Indonesia during my studies due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I remembered that it all happened all of a sudden, where 2 weeks before my departure, all of a sudden, I got a notice, an email on my phone that, oh, the lockdown has happened and I couldn't fly back home. And this is definitely a very strong reminder that no matter how carefully we plan of the future, we are never fully prepared of the twists and turns that life throws at us. And as we progress, we should be able to face the competitions that might come our way, both direct and indirectly. Life, much like diving, teaches us every experience sharpens our ability, just as a diver navigates through not losing track of time. And therefore, we should always be mindful to always stay on track and not lose sight of focus. In the end of the day, it is through continuous learning and embracing our challenges that we can get through forward in life to face all the uncertainties. So Gabby's, if life is an ocean full of possibilities, what will your next move look like? Thank you very much.
Give a round of applause. What a wonderful speech. Now, let's come to the next speaker. The next speaker is Amit Ranjan. Amit Ranjan is a software developer at Google with more than 5 years of experience in the IT industry. In his free time, he loves singing Bollywood songs. He has recently started traveling to different places. He is excited to be part of Toastmaster journey and looks forward to improving his communication skills. Evaluator of Amit is Toastmaster Sumit Sethia. Can Sumit please confirm the presence here?
I confirm my presence.
Okay, thanks. So Amit's project details goes like this. Path is presentation mastery. Level 1, project number 1. Project name is Icebreaker. Project objective to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Timer, please note the speech duration is 6 minutes. Speech title is Rain and the Dream. As evaluator of Amit is Toastmaster Sumit Sethia. Interestingly, he will be evaluated by the Toastmaster Paduka Kannan. Can Paduka Kannan confirm her presence?
Yeah, I'm there.
Thank you. So Sumit Sethia's project detail goes below like this. Path presentation mastery level 1, project number 4. Project name is evaluation feedback. And objective is to deliver constructive feedback on another member's presentation. So Amit Ranjan, the rain and the dream. The rain and the dream, Amit Ranjan. Stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. So picture this. It's like a opening scene of an Indian movie. The screen is dark. The sound of rain is everywhere. It's early night, continuous rain powering down, and here am I half asleep. Drop of rains are relentlessly tapping on my head with the sound tap, tap, tap. It felt like a drum beat. And here my mom entered the room. She moved me aside gently. And then she grabbed an umbrella and lie down next to me. That day, 7-year-old me, barely conscious, took an oath that I won't let my mom go through this again, ever again. So let me start by sharing a little bit about myself. I come from Bihar Sharif, a city in Nalanda district. Has anyone heard of Nalanda? Okay. So Nalanda is famous for Nalanda University. Nalanda University, which was once a global center of learning and enlightenment. Fast forward to my teenage years, I headed to Delhi with all my dreams for JEE preparation, convinced that I was the smartest people around. But it just took few days for reality to humble me when I saw smarter people around me. But I didn't lose hope. I embraced the challenge and I sought help from my kind friends, teacher, and I began my journey again. And finally landed into good college and then landed into a good company. My friend, this is not a happy lived after kind of ending. Along the way, I realized to truly chase your dream, you can't just focus on one thing. You need to work on other essential stuff as well. Let's say like communication skills. I am definitely not a smooth talker. So that's why I joined Toastmaster Club to enhance my communication skills. And no, apart from these, I do have few hobbies. Like I want to work on my singing skills. I have recently started playing and following chess as there was buzz around World Chess Champion. Anyone follow chess? Yeah. So, yeah. Also, this year I started going on solo trip. So there is a pretty interesting story behind how I got started with solo trip. So I booked a trip with my friend, and due to personal urgency, he backed. So this was my first solo trip, and uh, uh, and I absolutely enjoyed exploring new places, meeting different kind of people, and experiencing a world so different from my daily routine. So there is a saying in Hindi like starting में मजबूरी में किया था, but अब मजा आ रहा है. So this was the thing. So yeah, here is the thing. Life isn't just a normal movie, folks. You have got to make your own soundtrack. You got to make your own kind of music, a little offbeat, little dramatic, but always, always, always go on. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Give him a round of applause. What a wonderful speech, Amit. Now, also in the interest of time, we will not take a break today. Okay, so let's start with the theme. Let me share the screen. Yeah. So, can we afford to ignore this 1%, even it's very small? Even it's 1 rupee, 100 rupees, or 10 rupees. Can anyone tell the story of a thirsty crow drinking water? We have heard of this story since childhood. Can anyone please share?
See, I knew it's going to be related to water only.
Yeah. So, can anyone please explain? Anyway, I will explain it.
Any of the guests can also speak. The mic is on.
Yes.
Everyone in the room. Okay, Karthik wants to tell the story. He's very excited.
So once a thirsty crow was a loser. Started searching for water, but it found a jug, but the water was not reaching towards its beak. So it started putting stones in the jug, and finally the water level reached.
Okay.
And started drinking. So it became a winner later.
Okay.
This proved Karthik has gone to school.
Yeah. So there was a thirsty crow looking for water, and he found a pitcher, but the water level was so low that it could not reach the water. And the pitcher was surrounded by a lot of pebbles, small stones. So he thought to put the stone in the pitcher. So can anyone think what would be the rise in the water level due to one small stone? It's very small, right? Negligible. But he continued putting the stones, and after some time, water level has risen enough that he could reach the water and drink it. So if an animal like crow, if a bird like crow can understand the significance of a small change or 1% in life, we as a human being, how can we afford to increase? How can we afford to ignore it? Okay. So till now, only Gyan. Where do we ignore this small 1% most?
PVR.
No. Okay. Okay.
Health,
Effort, our effort, I guess. Oftentimes.
mutual fund.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, mutual fund also, but there are many other things. But I wanted to explain this importance of 1% through mutual fund, because mutual fund is the go-to topic in everywhere in mobile, right? And everyone is like becoming investment savvy. So can anyone please tell me the meaning of expense ratio?
Which mutual fund charges?
Yes, it's a commission.
It's a commission to the fund manager that
Yes.
goes if you're going through if you're not doing direct, it's not direct. What's the other one? It's called something else, right? Direct, regular.
Regular mutual fund and direct mutual fund. Both charges some commissions. Okay. But can anyone explain the difference between regular mutual fund and direct mutual fund?
Saroj.
Regular, in between, there will be some agents. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, this is the most. Yes, Akib.
So direct mutual fund, there is not much changes happening, right? So stocks are defined which stocks the money goes to. Regular mutual funds, you have an agent which keep shuffling. So there is somebody who will keep changing these stocks and accordingly they charge expense ratio or
No, so the stocks changing, so that happens in both. Okay, so there will be one mutual fund and there will be two types of same mutual fund, regular mutual fund and direct mutual fund, and direct will come through an agent, as correctly stated by Sanjay Jain. So because of this intermediary, the regular mutual fund charges little bit more expense ratio, 1 to 1%, 1 to 1.5% extra commission. Okay. And can anyone guess if the commissions is very less in direct mutual fund, then what should be the proportions of total mutual fund industry coming from regular or direct? Can anyone guess? If direct mutual fund is so beneficial.
Come again? What was the question? Not very clear.
So if direct mutual fund is charging less commission, then just I would like to know your guess, what would be the total portions of total mutual fund industry coming from the regular mutual fund? Just guess.
70-80%.
Yes, 75% of the total mutual fund still coming from the regular mutual fund through the intermediary, even though they charge more commission. And the market of regular mutual fund is 75% is more than the Pakistan GDP. Okay, I have mentioned the source here. Now I will explain you what this 1%, this extra commission could, result in. Okay, the final amount. So let's go. And we will start with a general evaluation session. I would like to welcome General Evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster Arpana Raja.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Abhishek. As promised, here we are back with our respective reports. But before we get into GE and her team's reports, we would like to call upon the speech evaluators to evaluate our icebreaker speeches for today. So in that order, we have our first evaluator for today. That would be Toastmaster Sanjay Jain. Toastmaster Sanjay Jain will be evaluating Toastmaster Rishi's speech today. Now, a quick introduction about Toastmaster Sanjay Jain. He's the guy who was giving all those answers. So clearly he has something to do with money. That would be a chartered accountant. So he is a chartered accountant by profession and he's married to Sushma Jain, who's also a CA. So it's a family of accountants. The couple is blessed with two lovely children, and outside of Toastmasters and accounting, he likes to play cricket, chess, and loves traveling. And other than that, I know that Sanjay is one of the most hardworking people that I have seen in a very long time, who works extremely hard on his speeches and also comes back for a lot of feedback because he happens to be a mentee. I know this for sure. So with that, over to you, Toastmaster Sanjay Jain, to evaluate Toastmaster Rishi's icebreaker speech. Reminder, it's an icebreaker speech. So let us be gentle, yet give him the encouragement and the motivation to go ahead.
Thank you, General Evaluator Aparna. Good morning to all. To my target speaker, Rishi, congratulations on delivering your icebreaker speech. It is a milestone in your Toastmasters journey, and you did a commendable job in introducing yourself and sharing your story. Your speech had a very good introduction and structure. I liked it, how you opened it and how you closed it. So I liked both the structure, and it was an engaging content. You said about your education, you said about what you love, music, everything, which we came to know about it. And it is a very good type of telling you. You had a very good voice and delivery, a very strong voice you had, and your delivery style also was very good. I liked the content and everything, what you spoke and how you spoke. Only my feedback is that you were referring to notes. You could have prepared in, and you would have come, means it would have been much confident, would be, you would have been much confident, and you would have made a very well impression on others and yourself. See, here we are come here to learn, so we have to make mistakes and learn from it. There is nothing right or wrong. So I would request you to next time don't use the notes, and that is my feedback. You had a very good opening, and I would like to hear further from you. And thank you very much. Back to Toastmaster Aparna.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sanjay. A very encouraging evaluation. With that, my quick evaluation of the evaluator. So Sanjay, I think it was a very gentle evaluation, as it should be for an icebreaker, and rightly pointed out that where he can work on. Only thing I want to say is, in an evaluation, when we say something is good or something they can work on, try to mention precisely where as much as possible. Like you said, the starting was good, the ending was good. You could have quoted. He actually gave us this nice thing, and he asked us a question when he ended. Take note of that question and say, when you asked this, it was good. Tell the why, then rather than just saying what was good, it's also the why which will make the evaluation. So what is going to happen? That example is going to stick in their head, and the next time they will continue that. Same for the improvement area. You said go without, and I like the way you said, it's okay, you can make a mistake here. Very nicely put, Sanjay, that come without. But that said, to the speaker, Toastmaster Rishi, referring to her notes and all of that, yeah, ultimately the goal is to go without all of that and be able to speak seamlessly. However, till we get there, we can make use of these little things like a slide and things like that. But if you want to get off that, go speak to your mentor and figure out how well you can do. But if you still feel you need to use those props, there's nothing really wrong in using it. But yeah, eventually the idea is to get off those. So thank you very much, Toastmaster Sanjay and Toastmaster Rishi. A lovely evaluation to a wonderful speech. With that, we will move on to our next evaluator. So evaluating Toastmaster Amit Ranjan is our second evaluator, Toastmaster Sumit Sethia. Toastmaster Sumit is online, right? So Sumit is originally from Agra, and he's currently working in Bangalore. He has a background in fashion industry, specializing in sourcing leather products. And one of his strong desires is to become a public speaker and confidently address large audience. You are in the right place. Having worked in 5 different cities across India, he's passionate about exploring new places. He also loves traveling to mountains, especially trekking. In his free time, he loves watching sports, specifically lawn tennis and football. Thank you very much. With that, over to you, Toastmaster Sumit, to evaluate Toastmaster Amit.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Toastmaster Amit Ranjan, congratulations for your icebreaker speech. I was really impressed by the way you were delivering your speech, and the courage you showed to come in front of everyone and deliver the speech. And you qualified for the speech as well. I see the green card was there. So I mean, it's really applaudable. And your body language was also quite very good. I see you made an eye contact with the offline audience as well as the online audience as well. So that's again quite well. You did quite well there. Few recommendations or the suggestions for improvement where you can enhance your further speeches. Like the same feedback was given to me as well in my icebreaker speech, and I'm still trying to inculcate that. Like you could have been, smile a bit more, because it gives the aura and the kind of you deliver your speech, it makes more approachable. So next time if you give the speech, try to smile a little bit more. And timing could have been slightly a little better. It was around 3.5 minutes. It could have been if around 5 minutes or 4.5 minutes, it could be better. So overall, it was a wonderful speech. I really loved it. And I'm looking forward to hear more excellent speeches from you in the near future. Good luck. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sumit. Toastmaster Sumit, thank you for one big reason that you told him how. You said your body language was good, and I was wondering how you gauged it. And you mentioned it's because you had great eye contact with the online and offline. A very good observation. And yes, I agree, that happened. This being your first speech, Amit, you still did that. So that's definitely something applaudable. With that said, I think the evaluation was pretty on point. Couple of things that I want to point out to the evaluator is that when we tell someone to smile, I understand this is a feedback that you got. Also, we can remember that it takes time because we are trying to remember our speech, right? And initially all that smile goes away. So this can be a long-term process for both Sumit and for Amit to get that thing where you're so comfortable that I can smile where and when needed. You can't just keep smiling throughout the entire speech. So yeah, just keep that in mind. These things take time, but yeah, ultimately we will do it. Now to the speaker itself, definitely courageous speech, as Sumit said, Amit. It takes a lot of courage to come here and speak about one's adversities. You did that, and you did that beautifully well. And you said, this is who I am, and here I am to improve my speech, and this is my background. Wonderfully done. We like that kind of vulnerability that really brings out a great speaker in you, right? One point to note, Toastmaster Amit, whenever you're using something vernacular, like you said something in Hindi, right? A muhavre or whatever that was, a phrase, ensure you translate it, because there are a lot of, this is an English Toastmaster, there might be a lot of non-Hindi speaking audience, and the essence of that will be lost on them. So ensure that you translate. It's okay to use, but ensure you translate it once you use it, right? Just that thing. Other than that, enjoyed the icebreaker. Thank you very much, Toastmaster. Both of them, actually. Thanks, Amit and Sumit. With that, we have an evaluator of the second evaluator today, and that would be Toastmaster Paduka. So Toastmaster Paduka, would you want to go now, or do you need a little time to prepare your evaluation for him?
I'm okay, but I think there is one more evaluation, right, for TMOD. No, is it?
Yeah, I will do that eventually. That is there, but I wanted to check with you whether you want to go now or after that.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
You're okay? Okay, great. So Toastmaster Paduka will be evaluating our second evaluator, Toastmaster Sumit. Quick introduction about Paduka. Paduka has been a Toastmaster for more than 4 years, and she's currently the VP membership of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. She's also the past area director of Area B1 District 92. And professionally, with more than 14 years in the automotive segment, she's a project manager and a solution architect. With that, over to you, Toastmaster Paduka, to evaluate Toastmaster Sumit.
So the art of giving feedback is guiding without wounding. Rise and shine, Gabbys. It's good to see you again on a fine Saturday morning. Toastmaster Sumit, firstly, I must say that's a very, very good attempt in giving up the evaluation. I guess maybe it's your first time of giving the evaluation, is it? Right. So it's very good that you have noted down the points, what can be done well, and also what he has done well as well. So both the positive and the recommendation areas, plus you also added the summary, which is very, very important for the evaluation, that you have to have a summary towards the end of your evaluation. So well done on all these parts, specifically the structure, that how you have done this evaluation. So few pointers for recommendation from my side are, first is, this is an icebreaker speech, right? So you have to see yourself how you came to that stage, right? So the important point over here is to highlight the potential of the speaker when whoever is on the stage. So I would suggest you to have more pointers. Specifically, you have to see the speaker, what is his past experience, and based on that, you may need to tweak your evaluation, right? So he has done a fantastic job in the content creation, right? So that deserves he started with picture this, right? What an icebreaker speech. So add as much as pointers when it comes to, it's more of, you're showing the potential to the speaker in an icebreaker speech. And recommendations, in fact, is not even required for an icebreaker speech, but as a guiding light for the next speech, you can have one recommendation, right? Which is something easier the speaker can take into picture as well. So the one thing I loved about the icebreaker speech is, first of all, in being a lot of anxiousness and nervousness, which I could see a little bit, he completed a very good speech right throughout without any stammer or something of that sort. right? So congratulations to the Toastmaster Ranjan for completing that kind of a very good icebreaker speech as well. And maybe one recommendation is the evaluator, whatever Aparna has already stated, and as well as that, he can take one for the next one. But overall, Toastmaster Sumit, it was a very, very good attempt. Just see the speaker and just, you have to do a little bit of a prep understanding and tweak your evaluation based on that, where you need to give a more of a critical evaluation, or where you need to show the potential of the speaker. That changes the speaker's journey in the next part as well. With that, over to our general evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Paduka. I think those are very valid points. That said, he is also pretty new, and I think Sumit did a very good job, right, as a first-time evaluator. With that, I owe Toastmaster Paduka an apology. I forgot that you were evaluating Evaluator too. Otherwise, I would have left the complete evaluation to you. But anyways, you did a very good job. So with that, we move on to the last evaluator, and that would be the evaluator of our Toastmaster of the day. That is Toastmaster Abhishek, who is the Toastmaster of the day, is being evaluated by Toastmaster Mukund. So quick introduction about Toastmaster Mukund. Now, he's a finance professional working for Capgemini as a director. He's currently the Vice President Education of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, and he loves reading, public speaking, and currently he's learning to play golf. And that is a joke we make of him every single time. That, over to you, Toastmaster Mukund.
Thank you, General Evaluator Aparna. I hope that joke will become a reality very soon. Okay, Toastmaster Abhishek, you started your session exactly at 10:49. Okay, the one thing I really like to appreciate here about you, Abhishek, when it comes to the time is that I was even watching the WhatsApp group. You kept on checking with the presiding officer about how much time do you have, can you continue with your theme, etc., etc. So it really shows how mindful of time you are as a TMOD. And that is a plus point, I have to tell you, for every person who wants to anchor a particular meeting. Now that thing was very well done. You started your session, you were very calm and you were engaging. Right? You had that beautiful smile on your face. And I can tell you for sure that that smile was contagious because it brought a smile on all our faces. As far as I myself am concerned, I felt so much at ease and I started really feeling more connected to you. The questions you are asking on the 1% theme, right? And not just me. As you might have observed, the members started responding to your questions. Each one started coming out and answering your questions. Long story short, you broke the ice. That's another important thing which a Toastmaster of the day should be doing, apart from keeping track of the time as well, right? And of course, your hygiene was very good. You checked on the presence of evaluators, right, before the speeches started. And you had a very well done presentation. You had all the animations created well in advance. And it was really very, very presentable. The pictures came one after the other. So it shows that your presentation was really well prepared. And you had two great analogies. Of course, you're still continuing with your session, but till so far, your two analogies that you gave up, one about the story of the crow, another one about the mutual fund, is so much related to your theme of 1%, right? All this very well done, Toastmaster Abhishek. But I have some recommendations for you, right? First of all, when you started, you asked for the sharing rights access. You knew you had a presentation to be made, right? You might have requested for the access much before you started your session. That is one point. Second point is on the transitions. I really need you to work on your transitions. It was very abrupt. So while you are talking about the 1% theme, you stopped abruptly and said, I'm going to now move to the meeting. Instead, you could have said, ladies and gentlemen, while you ponder on this 1% for some more time, I will start the meeting now and I will come back to you after the speeches to talk more about my theme. And that transition was really missing. And the second thing is, after each speech, you should thank the speaker, right? And you should also give a rejoinder. I'm sure you would have listened to the speech. You should say a couple of sentences about the speech, and then you should thank the speaker and then go on to evaluate, right? So, and So basically, these are my observations that you can improve upon in your next session. Otherwise, very well done. I'm still looking forward to the rest of your session, Toastmaster Abhishek. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Mukund. That covered every single point that I had actually noted down for Toastmaster Abhishek. You even had a couple of more points for him. Lovely. So with this, we will now move on to my TAGL team, and I will be adding a few more points for every other role as we go along. With that, let's move on to the timer for today. Toastmaster Ankur, please share your report with us. Are you with us? Toastmaster Ankur? Okay, he's incognito, so we will move on. Sorry, can't hear you, Toastmaster Saurav. You're saying something? We will move on to the R counter. Toastmaster Prasad, are you with us?
Aparna, can you hear me now? Can you hear us
Yes,
now?
we can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, there was. Am I audible now?
Who's speaking? Is this Ankur?
Yes.
Yes, Ankur. Toastmaster Prasad, we will come back to the R counter. Please mute yourself. We will now go with the timer's report as planned. Over to you, Toastmaster Ankur. Do share your report with us.
Yes. Yeah. So we won't. These are the names. There are few qualifications on the screen as marked. We won't be having polls for the prepared speeches because there were two icebreaker speeches involved today. I will paste my report in the chat section. Back to you, General Evaluator.
You could also tell us who exceeded time and who did not quickly, if you can do that. It's okay. You don't have to reshape. You can just read it out. You could just read it out, Ankur. That's fine.
Yeah.
We've seen the report.
Rishi exceeded the time. Sanjay and Sumit, the evaluators, exceeded. But with behind the time. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ankur, for that very, very detailed report with time. Now, yeah, we exceed time. We are all first timers. We are learning to do, but that is something we will learn along the way. Not to worry, not to fret. So with that, we will now move on to our R counter for the day. Toastmaster Prasad, how have we fared when it comes to our filler sounds and words?
My screen is visible. Yeah, this is the report.
You could again tell us a few things of how well we've done. You can tell us.
First speaker made 3 words and 1 R and 1 end. The total fillers are, and the 3 short pauses, and the total fillers are 8 for speaker 1. And Amit Rajan is 5 R, repeated R, and so 2. And the repeated words I is 2, and the total fillers is 11. And Toastmaster Amit Kumar has incorporated interjection 4. Total as 23.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prasad. You're done with your report, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so just a quick feedback for people who are using indicatives like maybe PPTs or Excel, like this thing. You know, it's very nicely done. You put in a lot of hard work and you put in. So when we're presenting a report, rather than just saying, here it is, have a look, we can give highlights. We could say something, you know, like you guys didn't use at all. There were these 5 people who haven't used any filler sound, filler words, or there were, you know, there were these places, these kind of filler sounds where majority of them used. Give us highlights, 2-3 highlights, very general highlights. And the rest of it, people will see how they've done. As you're showing, they'll go and see, okay, how have I fared? But you can give a general overview of it. 3 pointers or 2 pointers, you can highlight. Similarly, for the timer, also Toastmaster Ankur, I know as a timer, there's not much you can do. You did very well by showing your cards and everything on time very clearly. I kept noticing that you could still highlight and encourage people by saying, you did really well, you are within time. And someone who's exceeded time, you could still encourage them and say, you just exceeded by a few seconds. I'm sure you can work on this, something like that. All right. So yeah, do give us highlights when we show. Do not put it there and say, here, have a look.
Okay.
We are presenters. We are still presenters, no matter how small our role, and we have a role to play there. So maybe the next time you can do that. Thank you. But nevertheless, it's a learning for all of us. Toastmaster Ankur and Toastmaster Prasad, very well done.
Yeah.
Moving on to our grammarian, Toastmaster Arsheen. Toastmaster Arsheen, over to you.
Thank you. Okay, just a minute. Cool. So let's get into the report. The word of the day was quiet luxury. The word of the day was quiet luxury. Okay. So lot less people use the word of the day today. I think because it was slightly complex. It's a new word, but for me, joining the Gabbys Toastmaster meeting has become a quiet luxury for the year, and it will also be one for 2025. The two folks who used it were GE-Aparna and TM Akib. Akib used it in the chat, so I've still taken account of that. There were various good usages in the meeting. So Karthik used palpable, Aparna used sidelines and bylines, Aparna used vernacular, Rishi used awe and wonder, Amit used you've got to make your own soundtrack and the beautiful poem at the end of his speech. Abhishek used expense ratio, which for me is a great word because I'm a non-commerce individual. Sumit used inculcate, Paduka used tweak, Mukund used anchor. Let's get to the rhetorical devices. So there's a fundamental difference between rhetorical question and hypophora. Both have a question, but rhetorical question does not necessarily warrant an answer. So rhetorical questions, for example, were used in the meeting by two folks. Has anyone gone scuba diving was used by Rishi. And is it your first time giving an evaluation was used by Paduka. But if I talk about questions which warrant an answer, the example was by DTM Saurabh. Why am I wearing this coat? I'm wearing this coat today because I want to depict the seriousness of the role that I'm taking. So it warrants an answer. Anaphora. So anaphora is when I repeat a word or a phrase and it looks very poetic. It looks very rhythmical when it's used in the flow of the meeting. So Aparna used, our learning is as good as the meeting, our learning is as good as, and she used another word there. Then epithet is something which you use a word, you use an adjective to describe the name. So Abhishek used thirsty crow, which was the only example of epithet that I could find. And for proverb is a short phrase or a short poem or a short description of something. The thoughts that were shared by Amit at the end of his speech, which was which involved the soundtrack of his life, and there were few lines before and after that, were an example of a proverb. No one used the rule of three today. And if I could quote a metaphor, it would be, or an analog or a simile, it could be quiet luxury. So I'm using the word quiet and its qualities to allude to what kind of luxury am I talking about. So it's a quiet luxury. Now, there were a lot of things that we could have done better in today's meeting. I'm going to first talk about how it was used wrongly and then how it can be corrected. So someone used smartest people around. I was the smartest people around. That's wrong in that sentence. It should be I was the smartest person around, or I was one of the smartest people around. The second thing is someone said started going on solo trip. I started going on solo trips. It should have been I started going on solo trips, plural, or started going on a solo trip. Then there was a presentation that was shared in the meeting, which had, but can we afford to ignore this 1%? And B was capital, C was capital, W was capital. All of them should have, can V's C and W should have been small. Then someone said there is not much changes. It should have been not much changes happen, or there are not much changes that happen. Then someone said you delivering the speech. It should have been you delivered in that sentence. Then someone used the word anxiousness. I don't think there is a word such as anxiousness. It should be anxiety in that sentence. And then there is a phrase that someone used which said your hygiene was good in the context of the TMOD session today. And it should have been the roster hygiene was good or the meeting checklist hygiene was good and not your hygiene was good. when we say your hygiene was good, it means that we are talking about the person's hygiene and not the meeting checklist or the roster hygiene. So yeah, that's all I had. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Arsheen, for that exhaustive report. She got hold of everything. She didn't even spare the PPTs. And now that is the mark of a good observer. And that's my theme for you. With that, nothing much to tell Arsheen. She's done a fab job. With that, we will move on to the listener to check how well we've all listened to our speeches today. And then I will do the evaluation of the roles. Over to you, listener, Toastmaster.
Thank you, General Evaluator Aparna. So now let's understand how good a listeners we were. We had few new club officers and leaders, right? Let's understand who is our new VP Education.
Shilpa Reddy.
Nice. So how many pathways have Saurabh completed?
11.
All.
And we had somebody, TM Sudhama, right? So she was good at roasting. So how many roasting has TM Sudhama completed? Oh, wow.
Saurabh announced 150, but she has completed 155.
Oh, nice. This is an easy question, I guess. What was Karthik's weight 5 years back?
95.
110.
95.
195.
Nice. So what is one hobby that Rishi was passionate about?
Nice.
And he is still.
Super diving.
Nice, you said. Nice.
So what was the rock band name that Rishi referred in his speech?
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Yes.
And there's one more.
Yeah.
Gen Z thing, something with A.
Yeah, Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi is what I could understand. I did not understand the second one.
Axl Rose is not Bon Jovi. Axl Rose is from back in the day. Aerosmith.
Oh, Aerosmith. Oh, okay.
Please tell all the meanings after the meaning.
So Amit had some hobbies. So what were they?
Sleeping.
Horizontal.
Amit.
Going on trips.
Singing.
Bollywood sing. Song.
Traveling.
Traveling, yeah.
And what was the other one?
Singing Bollywood song.
Okay.
Sorry, I couldn't hear the second one.
Yes.
Yes. Very good. So what is the percentage of total MF assets in regular mutual fund?
25%, 75%.
75%. Right, Aparna. So with all questions being answered, I say the participants were very good listeners. Thanks. Over to you again, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nandan. I think that is one of those interesting segments where everyone gets to speak and they have a lot of fun. It's that icebreaker session. So with this, we will begin the evaluation of the role takers in order of appearance. So to start off, we had our SAA Toastmaster Ankur, who started the meeting on time at 10 a.m. And today we had the installation, and he very seamlessly, after his segment, passed it on to the installation officer. As the SAA, I think he came in here, laid down the rules, and gave us all that we can look forward to, and beautifully set the context of the meeting. But as I tell every single time, bring in the energy. I know we have a script to read. The other thing we can do is just remember the salient features of that speech, the important parts of it, make it your own, come and give us that energy and speak it out. And every member can do this because SAA is a role that anyone can take at any point in time. So maybe we can all remember what are the points and say it in your own style, right? So yeah, just that, please. It's really important to kind of jumpstart the meeting. Moving on to our presiding officer of the day, Toastmaster DTM Nancy Goel. So DTM Nancy, more than evaluating you, I often take points from you when you do the president's, the PO's role. The reason being, you've done it so many times that you made it your own. And you bring out the important points, not in that format in which we generally do, but in the right way. Because today DTM Saurav had also spoken, and he had spoken, we all know when he speaks everything, right? He had given a lot of insight into the role already. Despite that, you only gave us the points that were needed. And I think that is something as a presenter we all need to learn. Just say what is needed. If someone's missed out something, just say that part and then go ahead. And beating a speech like that was difficult. You introduced our guests very nicely and you set the context, 30 seconds only. And the introduction of the Toastmaster was also done very nicely, as he deserves, right? So thank you very much. There was also the Joke Master. Okay, I'm not sure if I can even evaluate, but I'll tell you what. Something that this was a role we used to have way back in the day, and all of us used to try and fail miserably. And I think it takes guts to come here and make a joke and and you be completely okay with making a fool of yourself. That definitely deserves a big round of applause. So Toastmaster Karthik, you are someone who really gives a lot of encouragement to a lot of us who are struggling with humor. Well, about your humor itself, I don't think I am even capable of commenting. But keep working, keep working. We hope you'll get there someday, if not for yourself, at least for our sake. So with that, the Toastmaster of the day, he has been evaluated very well by Toastmaster Mukund Joshi. The only thing I wanted to point out is that this is my takeaway from doing the Toastmaster TMOD role many a times at the club, is that this is probably the epitome of being a presenter. You do the TMOD role so well here that when you go out into a social circle or a professional setting, you become such amazing presenters, and you don't realize it's because of the Toastmaster of the Day role that you're doing here. You bring the audience together. You have a context, which is the theme, and you have a series of role takers. You're putting all of that together. You're actually running the show as the Toastmaster of the Day, and that is no easy task. And I think Abhishek did a fab job of it. Of course, there were a few holes that he can work on, which Mukund pointed out. That said, the Toastmaster of the Day, you are a presenter without par, right? So let's keep that in mind and take up this role more often and work on it. Thank you very much. Not evaluating the role taker itself, but the role in general, and sharing my 2 cents there. Thank you very much, Abhishek, for doing such a good job today. So moving on, I would like to pass it back because we don't have a table topics master today. So I would now like to pass it back. Before that, apologies. Before that, a couple of observations is 2-3 things to keep in mind when it comes to a meeting itself is that we do not interrupt a meeting. We do not interrupt a meeting no matter what. There used to be something called Robert's rules that we used to follow, which not a lot of new people are aware of. I request probably the next meeting, the presiding officer can probably speak about it. Robert's rules of order, which is what we follow in Toastmasters, where when we have to disrupt, there is a way to kind of call in the disruption and say for different disruptions, there are different ways to call for it. Otherwise, if it doesn't fit into any of those brackets, we simply ping on chat. We do not interrupt the meeting no matter what, because the momentum is lost. So we ping on chat or we do direct messages, and only then we stop the meeting. Otherwise, we just let it go. It's like this express that starts and ends as planned and will not be disrupted if you don't have a very good reason. Please keep that in mind and take it seriously. Do not interrupt. That said, the chat today, of course, the banter, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay, we always enjoy the banter, but let's be cognizant of the fact that there are people speaking here and they need an audience, right? That's the whole point of Toastmasters. So even if the speaker is not interrupted or disturbed, the audience might. Even I was kind of curious to see what was going on in the chat box. So we don't want that. So maybe we'll just hold on to that banter till the speaker is speaking. After they go away, please do what you want, of course, within a reasonable limit. So just that. That said, the chat can be used a little more carefully. And that's it. Other than that, we were fabulous as always. With that, back to Toastmaster of the Day. Toastmaster Abhishek, over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. It was very nice hearing your evaluation, and thank you, TM Mukund. Thank you for the evaluation. I will really work on that for the next role, TMOD. Yeah, let's start. Let's go through the last slide and understand the real importance of 1%. Okay. Sorry. So let's say you start with an investment 10,000 rupees per month. Okay. So what will be 1% of this 10,000? It's answer written there only, 100 rupees. Okay. And there is one mutual fund, let's say HDFC top 100 mutual fund. And this mutual fund will have 2 options, both regular mutual fund and direct mutual fund. And let's say yearly return from the regular mutual fund is 12%. So what will be the return, yearly return from direct mutual fund? 13%. Why? Because direct mutual fund will take 1% lesser commission. So effectively, it will give 1% extra return. Okay. So total investment period is 30 years. So 360 month. So actual investment will be what? 36 lakh. 10,000 per month into 360 month. It will be 336 lakh in both mutual fund. Now the final amount in regular mutual fund after 30 years is 3.5 crore rupees. Can anyone guess what will be the final amount from the direct mutual fund? Any guess?
4.5 crore bucks.
5 crore.
Okay.
More than 5 CR.
Yeah, to the point. Okay. So you see, because of this 1%, this difference in the final amount is 90 lakh rupees. Okay. And then what is the actual absolute difference? It is nothing. 100 into 360 month, 36K. Okay, I have to check this. But you see the difference of 100 rupees in longer term resulted into 90 lakhs. It's like more than 2.5 times of total actual investment, 36 lakh. So the learning from this theme is that we should not ignore this 1%. Why? Because 1% is like a very small stone which can help you to reach the milestone. Thank you. Now I would like to call the presiding officer, DTM, Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy, for the further, for the meeting closure.
All right. In the meanwhile, no, I can't put it from there. Ask Ankur. All right. We are trying to share the survey link for everyone's reference. So that you can cast your vote for the best role taker, the better role taker, the one that you felt was good as per you. And then we will be announcing the poll results in some time. In the meanwhile, can we have a round of applause for all the meeting role takers due to which this meeting was possible? Thank you so much, all the role takers present in person as well as online. And thank you. Special thanks to Toastmaster Abhishek, Kumar and Toastmaster Aparna Raja for taking up the major roles. And yes, to our installation officer, ma'am, thanks to you for conducting the installation ceremony so smoothly. It's time to hear it from our guest. What was their experience since they were joining it for the first time or nth time as Gabbys guests visiting Toastmasters most of the time? Please feel free to come forward and share your thoughts on how did it go. I see Justin Joy, Prasang, Ruxana, anyone who would like to unmute and talk about it.
Hey,
Yes,
hello.
Justin.
Yeah, so since I have been joining back Toastmasters or the Gabbys Toastmasters after years, I think, but still now I can feel the same energy in the room. And yeah, I'm very happy to see you all again. Right now, I joined back Toastmasters because my new company they also have a Toastmaster team. It's created at Toastmasters. I'm being part of that one. We just started our meetings last month. And thank you, and happy to see you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining our meeting today. I look forward to having more members from your club who are part of your club back there in your company. You're always welcome to join us back and again. Next, can I hear it from Ruxana? Okay, silence means Ruxana is probably not around or fiddling with the unmute option. Prasang. Prasang Manav. Okay, you are outside, can't speak. Probably we can hear about your feedback in the chat box. Please feel free to put in a few kind words. Toastmaster Kumar, would you like to share any feedback? Okay, in the meanwhile, you are trying to get back to the mute, unmute button. I'll hear it from our in-person guests who are waiting to deliver a wonderful feedback here. We'll start with Saroj. She's ready with the mic. Okay, you can sit there and speak.
So thank you, Nancy, for giving me this opportunity, always giving this feedback. I mean, I love to give this feedback. So I will, when I came here, I was a little nervous. After a long time, I came into some certain meeting kind of room. So thank you for making me comfortable and offering me seat immediately when I entered. And when I came, the oathing ceremony was going on. I was really loved to see the oathing ceremony, and Ma'am was speaking. It was really good to hear and seeing all of you to taking oath. Then I heard the icebreaker speech of both the newcomers. Their speech was, in certain part of their speech, there was an emotional attachment when he was talking about the COVID and he was sharing about his childhood memory. That was really emotionally touch given to me. And then Mukund Joshi ji was giving his evaluation feedback to Abhishek. He pointed out the very finest thing, which was rarely, the other evaluator noticed. Like his Abhishek was giving the presentation and his transition was not up to the mark. That was really, I liked it. It was really good point, sir. And yeah, this meeting was really good and I loved it to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Saroj. I have seen you joining as an online guest so many times, but one thing has been consistent so far, your feedback. The way you deliver the feedback, it feels like an evaluation. It's so structured. You ensure that you cover almost all the role takers in the meeting. So thank you so much for sharing yet again a structured feedback here. Let's hear it from Ankur's guest from DevRev. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Can you pass on the mic, please? You can come here. Let's take the stage and speak.
Hi everyone. So yeah, we've already had a very structured feedback as Nancy mentioned from Saroj. So all I'd like to add is that I found this platform very supportive, and I got to I had this thing where I used to judge people, right? Whenever I saw a new person coming, delivering something, and I used to judge people, and I realized that that's not the right thing to do, and there's always room for improvement. And through this platform, I got to know that everyone can improve, and yeah, basically that yeah, it's a very supportive and welcoming stage, and I'd like to be a part of this club moving forward. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your feedback. You added some fire to Karthik's judgmental society, but being very, very honest is very difficult. So thank you so much for being honest here. Next, can we hear it from Rahul?
Thank you everyone for having me. I didn't know this was a special occasion, and it was happy to be part of. And thanks to Toastmaster Karthik for sharing the location. And today was really nice. When I heard people give speeches, it kind of reminded me that I also want to give speeches like that. And it really did motivate me. And I do want to come back and see how it goes. But I did have a fun experience. So thank you.
You're always welcome. Thank you so much, Rahul, for sharing this feedback. Can we have a round of applause? Why are we so mangled? Let's not be that miser in giving the round of applause. We'll start with Sunaina. Okay, Shatabdi.
Hi, hello everyone.
Yeah, so I have visited couple of more Toastmasters from other clubs also, but this one I felt very engaging, and every one of them was like each and every the evaluation speech and the people who were giving the icebreaker speech, everyone was giving their best. The most the best part I felt was Aparna Raja, whom I really liked her speech because she was the fire. I felt like she was so much bringing the energy into the entire thing. Like I felt like, okay, one like in my lifetime, I really want to, speak like you, Aparna. So she was very motivating, I felt. So yeah, but otherwise, like it was really engaging and love it. Love this club. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shatabdi, for sharing your feedback. One thing she hasn't mentioned so far, she is Shanku's sister. Shanku is a very dear friend to the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. So Toastmaster runs in her family. And a note for Aparna, fire samjho, ye fire nahi, wildfire hai. That's what Aparna is. You are thinking that she's fire. She's not fire. She's wildfire. More to come your way when you meet Aparna in person. May I hear it from Sunaina?
Hi guys. I am a bit stage fear. Like I don't have words to express, but it was quite engaging, and I really like this. I think I can start doing this in future as well. Like I had a very I wasn't expecting this environment. Like I don't know. I'm sorry. I I'm but nervous to speak, but thank you. Like I had a very good experience, and I will continue doing this.
Okay, if you have to say one thing about this meeting in Bengali, what would that be?
I'm not a Bengali.
Okay, I'm not a Bengali.
I am a
Okay.
local Kannadiga.
One thing in Kannada.
Wait. Tulu, yeah. ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
I am not a Kannadiga. I am like a local Karnataka girl, but from Tulu. My mother tongue is Tulu. I'm from coastal Karnataka.
Then you could have spoken in Tulu then. I just wanted you to be comfortable and speak about the meeting, whatever you think. Perfect.
I think yeah. मुझे बहुत मजा आया. This is ये बहुत नया experience था मेरे लिए, and I think मैंने कभी सोचा नहीं था यहाँ पे like ऐसे मेरा experience होगा, और यहाँ speakers बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा मुझे encourage किया, and मैं ये फिर से करना चाहती हूँ, and मैं करूँगी ये चीज़.
Wow, wow. Thank you. Thank you. That's some conviction here. Just to translate, is there anyone who want me to translate this? No? Okay. The upcoming president has already given me an ultimatum for the time. So let's quickly move on to the poll results. Before that, a huge round of applause for all the guests who have shared their feedback. Coming forward and speaking, though it's your introduction or feedback, it's a huge deal. So you took up the stage and shared your thoughts. So thank you so much. Let's hear it about the poll results now. Everyone is waiting for the same. I see only 3 polls. Okay. We didn't have any polls for speakers. Both of them were icebreakers. Amazing icebreaker speeches today. Very heartfelt, touching. I thank you both for coming forward and breaking the ice. I look forward to many more speeches from Toastmaster Rishi and Toastmaster Amit. A round of applause for both the speakers for coming forward and breaking the ice today. Next is best evaluator. We had 4 evaluators. One now is disqualified on the basis of time. The rest 3 are Toastmaster Sanjay Jain, Toastmaster Paduka Kannan, and Toastmaster Mukund Joshi. Amongst these 3 people, our public has voted the most for Toastmaster Mukund Joshi, who evaluated our Toastmaster of the day. Congratulations, Toastmaster Mukund. Next, we have best auxiliary role taker. We had 4 role takers. We had Toastmaster Ankur as a timer. We had Toastmaster Prasad, the last minute counter for today's meeting. We had Toastmaster Arsheen Chug with quite a wonderful word of the day, and Toastmaster Nandan as many times listener. Today's best auxiliary role taker.
Arsheen.
All those who are saying Arsheen are the ones who have voted for Arsheen. So Arsheen, here you go. Congratulations for being the best auxiliary role taker for today's meeting. Quite luxury. Last but not the least, best role taker. We had 2 main role takers. I've already thanked them previously. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Abhishek Kumar, and our freshly minted distinguished Toastmaster Aparna Raja. The best role taker for today's meeting goes to someone who talked about 1% increment that she gets from the manager, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Aparna Raja. Pushparaj, yes. To DTM Pushparaj. With this, I adjourn now. I officially adjourn meeting number 208 of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. I'll see you on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. People in the room, please stay back for chai samosa. We'll see you on Tuesday. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye everyone.
Bye-bye.
By now, you know, ये लोगों को Saurabh.
Bye.
By now, you know, इन लोगों को कितना खाना मिलता है. Oh, people go to Google to eat food.
But I am bored of Google.
How many years it's been for you? 3 years, that's fine. I can imagine.
He's bored of
Yeah.
Google also. Acha, we are going to have some tea and snacks and all. Yeah, please.